Now, yes. Yes.
Was she not the daughter of Joseph?
Okay. Yes.
If she's born through them, she will have the original sin in her.
Okay. Now, lady said, Blessed Virgin Mary, the daughter of Saint Joachim and Saint Anne, and they would have had original sin. They would have been subject to original sin. So, didn't she? And that's where the doctrine of the Immaculate Conception comes in. Mary was conceived immaculately by a miracle of God, so that she would not carry in herself the stain of original sin which her parents carried. So she would be the ark, the perfect vessel to bear Christ.
She's immaculate like Jesus, isn't she?
Yes, but she is made immaculate before Jesus, so that Jesus will have a perfect housing. The ark is perfect, which carries the Ten Commandments and the manna and Aaron's rods and so on. So she is the ark too, but it must be perfect, like the ark was perfect.
So she's sinless. She wasn't sinless, Mary, was she?
Mary is utterly sinless throughout her life, yes. She was, when we said she was immaculately conceived, not bearing the stain of original sin, she did not have our, what we call concupiscence, our tendency to sin. And therefore, she, although in terms of having free will, she could have chosen to sin, she didn't suffer the temptations that we suffer in the way we suffer them. So she chose, in the way that Adam and Eve had a free choice about whether to sin or not, but they didn't suffer from that compelling inclination to sin until they did disobey God. She had no compelling inclination to sin, and she freely chose not to sin. So an example, we wouldn't think of her in terms of lustfulness, anything carnal like that, but when her son was killed, she could have raged against those who killed him. She could have been embittered and hated them, but she did not. She obeyed, as the first Christian, she obeyed the law of love that Christ enjoined upon all his followers. And that's a sign of how she was sinless.